Welcome to another lesson. This lesson is going to be about Unit 10 and we're going to discuss prefixes and giving reasons. Prefixes. Well, let me go first over here. Those are just they're always related to adjectives. My adjectives. My question: can you give me example of adjectives? They can be good, bad, nice. An adjective always says something about a noun. Alright, so if you put ill or im or in or ear in front of an adjective, you can change the meaning completely. It actually means the opposite. For instance, distinguishable, indistinguishable. So if the products are distinguishable, then you clearly can distinguish the real brand from the fake brand. If the products are indistinguishable, it is difficult to distinguish the real brand from the fake brand. But the quality might still be different. Okay, now we're going back to the book. We're going to do this exercise here. Please do this by yourself, because I'm going to give you the answers. It doesn't make sense if I tell you the answers without having done this by yourself. Please pause, because, and then we will discuss this. So pause. Alright, number one. What's the answer of number one? The answer is indistinguishable. Number two. Invulnerable. 3. Illegitimate. 4. Unprofitable. 5. Illegally. 6. Unwillingly. 7. Invisible. These are just 7, and I got a few more here. So let's do this. So first you're gonna, and also there are a bit more prefixes here. There's one more. So for each word you're gonna decide, is it which prefix to use. So please get a piece of paper and write these down, and then I will give you the answer. So productive, unproductive, or improductive. Both are correct. Moral, immoral, immoral. Legal, illegal. Profitable, unprofitable. Those ethical, unethical. Possible, impossible. Perfect, imperfect. Specific, unspecific. Authorized, unauthorized. Significant, insignificant. Satisfactory, unsatisfactory. Competitive, uncompetitive. Cooperative, uncooperative. Reasonable, unreasonable. Accurate, inaccurate. Acceptable, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Okay, so those were the prefixes. You put these words in front of the noun of the adjective, and then the meaning changes entirely. Yes. Now we go to the second part. This is a bit of a quick hush hush lesson, I have to admit. Please go to page 91 and read this brown column. Pause please to read this. Okay, all these expressions, you have to be able to use them in your speech and in your writing. You mean this, do this to give reasons for something. For instance, why did we want to reduce the price? That is to increase sales. Yes, clear. Now we're going to do exercise number 1, and you're going to try to connect these sentences. So you're going to look which sentence unfinished project is related to what. Unfinished project can be related to icy road conditions, but nope. So many people absent today. Well, a project is for a longer time, so it's not just dependent on today. Long hours, no, don't see. Backlog can be. Wage cuts, unreasonable deadlines. I think, hey, yeah, I think it's related to unreasonable deadlines, number 1. Now, for the rest, try to connect, find the right expressions, and you can make right lines in your book or something, but please do this by yourself and pause. Okay. Okay, unfinished project, and now check your answers. Unfinished project is related to unreasonable deadlines. The bonus of the manager is related to long hours. Overtime is related to cut the backlog. Train strike is related to proposed staff wage cuts. Late truck delivery related to icy road conditions, and many people wait. And that the meeting was cancelled was because so many people absent today. Yes, and now you're gonna try to write sentences with this using the expressions in the brown column. So now you have made those connections, I hope, otherwise you need to go back and make sure you have the right connections. And try for each of these, you're gonna write a sentence with one of these expressions. Use different expressions, please. I'm gonna pause and then you will get the answer. So please pause and do this exercise. Write a sentence with using expressions. First one. This is just one example. There can be many right examples. As the deadlines are unreasonable, the project is still unfinished. 2. The manager has been given a bonus because he worked for such long hours. 3. We've started working overtime in order to cut the backlog. 4. There will probably be a train strike given the proposed staff wage cuts. Next one, there will be late truck deliveries due to icy road conditions. Since so many people are absent today, the meeting has been cancelled. Okay, now we go to the next exercise too and try to explain why people do this and use the expression and make something up. The reason you have to make that up. I would say for free, change this into can't stop smoking. Can't stop smoking. Okay? Yes. Alright, start please. Please pause and do this exercise. Write a sentence for each of these statements using these, connected this with these expressions and make up the reason. What is logical? Pause please and do this exercise. Pause. Okay. People will keep on downloading music illegally since it's cheaper than buying CDs. People buy counterfeited clothes due to the low price. People can't stop smoking because it's addictive. Or people smoke so they can relax. People want to learn English because it's an international language. He studies business in order to become a manager. There are many correct answers here, but I want you to be able to use these different things. And now, let's think. Okay, why do people use their cell phones so much in class? During class, it's not allowed, but people do it. Please use different expressions to talk about this, okay? Why do students use cell phones in class? Use different expressions to explain the reasons. Pause, please, and write this down by yourself. Pause. Okay, I'm gonna see. The reason people use their cell phones in class is to stay in touch with relatives and friends. People use their cell phones in class because they like it. People use their cell phones in class in order to find more information about grammar. Good reason, by the way, very good reason. People use their cell phone in class so that they can follow the news each minute. People use their cell phone in class due to the fact that the class is sometimes boring. I hope it's not, but it can be a reason. As people use their cell phones so much in class, the teacher has decided that all cell phones should be handed in before class starts. It's hard to do something about cell phone use in class, given the fact that many students find it hard to live without their cell phones and just pay attention to what's happening in the moment. Since it's hard for students not to use their cell phones, they will continue using their cell phones. Something like this. Okay. Well, and then we have a last lesson. It's actually a pretty simple. I think now it should be simple, but let's have a look how you will do. It's this lesson here, page 110. Fill in the right blank. Pause, please, and do this exercise. Okay. Pause. I'm gonna give you the answers. Pause, please, do this exercise. Pause. Number 1 is to stop them. 2, because. 3, as. 4, given. 5, so that. Thank you very much. This was the exercise, the lesson of today, and see you next time.